All right, y'all, welcome back to the Grind Infotainment. I am your host, Shug Diddy, quadruple OG of the city. And in the house, I got Sence the Wave co-hosting with me. And I have the infamous, you know what I'm saying, DJ Wolf.
Yes, sir.
What's happening with you, brother?
Chilling, man. Enjoying myself in the 2-6. Home sweet home, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, you're DJing for the Sip and Paint Studio Black Canvas.
Yes.
But you also DJ parties and you DJ many events in your career. So first, before we get too far along, tell people where to find you on social media as well as any booking information that you want to put out there.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram, DJ Wolf 91. I think it's 914 to the 910, and same thing on TikTok, DJ Wolf 914 to the 910. Okay. Pretty much same thing.
All right. And so now, so they just go through those avenues to book you.
Yeah.
For an event or anything like that.
Yeah, or Black Canvas too. You can definitely get through Black Canvas. You know, I'm on all their websites, everything that they got public, pushed out. So it's cool.
So now, how long have you been professionally DJing?
Man, I've been doing that since the vinyl era, since about 8th grade, maybe 7th grade. Okay. I did it for fun. It was like a thing. Back then it was turntables. There were no controllers, no computers. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm giving out my age and stuff like that, but let me tell you something. It was nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? That era of music was, those were the tools. Pretty much those tools are still here today. But yeah, that's the foundation. That's what it is. Yeah.
So now, we hear the accent. So give us a little bit about your background geographically.
All right, geographically. All right, I'm from the 914 era. All right, you consider that Westchester County. That's pretty much Yonkers, New Rochelle, Mount Vernon. I'm from New Rochelle.
The state of New York.
State of New York. So I know y'all know New York, yeah, but yeah, man, it's a big thing. I notice a lot of people when they come down, they say, "Oh, I'm from New York, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from the Bronx," and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, just be honest where you're from, man. Like, not everybody's from Brooklyn. Not everybody's from the BX. You know what I'm saying? I think Jadakiss and the Locks, they let cats know, like 914, man. It's active out there too. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we got things going on too. The same way we got a lot of talent, just like the 910. The 2-6. So, I catch the same vibes when I'm here. Same type of vibes. It's real serious. You know what I'm saying? 2-6. There's a lot of talent out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, Charlotte's not ATL. No disrespect, but I keep hearing that. ATL got all that talent, but Fayetteville got some heat. Fayetteville got some heat.
So now, all right. So I'm going to say you started DJing while you were still in New York.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask this, because I'm going to step away from the artist side of the music scene.
Yeah.
The party scene.
Yeah.
Like for you being a DJ, going from doing it as for fun as a hobby at first.
Yeah.
Getting you, experience with it. How have the parties been different as far as you being a DJ, doing events and parties up top versus here in Fayetteville per se?
All right. There's a couple of ways I can answer that. Right now, I'm not gonna front. Y'all partying down here. Nothing to take away what's going on up top, but it looks like down here, people are having a good time. Like people are dancing. Like the females are a little bit more. They want to get it in. They act like they ain't got no time to be wasting. And they come, even when they come through these doors. I'm keeping it honest with you. They come to Sip and Paint. They come here to turn up. Like real talk. Like I wish it was like back in the day, like where. Fellas, we used to try to find a place where all the ladies at. You know what I'm saying? Where the ladies going? This is a different time. This is a different era. I get it, but I mean, back in the days, we would have found this spot. It's a different vibe. Like the girls today down here, they're having a good time. Now, New York might be a little bit of a harder situation. You might get the girls coming in their groups. You know, they might spend more time on their phone rather than, you know, mingling, getting, doing their thing. A little bit more stiff with it. But down here, it's like, yo, let's get it in. And I love that. That's that's what DJs love. Like, we want y'all to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We really want to see people coming in with a good vibe. We want to see you have it. Then we got to read you. You know, we want to kind of see what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of music you might like tonight. You know, what type, what they might feel this, And then we gradually bring it in. You don't bring it in, just start hitting them with hitters right away. Right. It's a way you do it, And just been doing it for years, man. So it just manifested. I just kept, like I was around a lot of DJs. Like Pete Rock used to do our high school parties. Pete Rock's from Mount Vernon, but Pete Rock was on the radio on BLS. And listen, that was like a big thing for us because it's like a guy from the town right next to us. He's on the radio with Marley Marl. And us as DJs like that, we was like, yo, we got to get at him. We got to get at him. But, with all love, you know what I'm saying? Just like when it's DJs, like, it's not like you're trying to take the other person down or nothing like that. You just want to show your worth and know that you can either be with them or then you're like in that battle mode. Because I used to be into the battle DJ thing. And I got to tell you about that after. But
and with that being said, I got to give him his flowers because he's a breath of fresh air in Fayetteville. For me, I've been around a lot of the DJs here in Fayetteville.
Yeah,
love them to death. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing at their parties and stuff.
Yeah,
but
nice.
To meet someone, a DJ that listens to the music and not only listens to it, he can find another beat, another song from a different era, genre, and blend it in so well. And I gotta look at him and be like, he look at me and I'm like, and like, yeah, it was like I said, like a breath of fresh air. The energy was there, the vibe. He from New York, so you already kind of like, oh man, he New York cats. Here we go. But he was on his stuff, and yeah, I appreciated him like from the get go, just meeting him. Hey, from day one, he jumped like official, and like he has more energy and be more hyped up about my music than I am about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll record something like 2-3 weeks old. I'm kind of like, it's all right. He hit me like, yo, this is it. I'm like, this is it. All right, I believe him. So you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, thank you, man. For real. Yeah.
All right, so talk about the party scene, how it's different.
Yeah.
So now, because you're in a different ballpark.
Oh yeah.
And lead.
Oh yeah.
Sip and paint events.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us, you gave us a little sample.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell us how the sip and paint parties.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? How that I don't want to say in comparison to a club party, but
okay.
Like, what do you think is the main thing that stands out about the sip and paint party?
Okay, this is the crazy thing. All right, this is where your DJ head and skills got to come in. We come up from that background, old school R&B, our Marvin Gaye's, our all our old school stuff.
Right.
Hip hop, R&B, forget it. That's in our genes. So as I would grow up from my era, hip hop didn't come on the stations until like 9 o'clock. I'm gonna take you on a quick ride.
Right.
So you had to listen to the other stuff. You had to listen to all the other music. So when you listen to the other music, little did you know, you was just getting more, more knowledge on how to create more growing up. So
becoming more culturalized.
Listening, and then New York is already cultural all around. Like, it's very diverse. So when you put that stuff together, then you start growing up and you start doing weddings.
Okay.
Weddings are more curated music. Yeah, I want to hear this. Can you set this? I want to hear this. That's another way to get more knowledge.
Right.
Learning people. It's almost like people skills.
Mm-hmm.
But you're vibing with them enough to feel what their vibe is. So now sometimes when I could see a person, I might catch their vibe, just seeing them, how they're moving. So as those things go on, as that time and just that experience, and then going on tour. When I went on tour, I learned a lot. That's where I really got to, because not everybody's from New York is not everything. When we go to everybody's other hood, I was in Chicago, I was in DePaul University.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's some real hitters out there, real gangsters out there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just learning. You just got to move a certain way, and then just learning different music. Different rap music, and going back to country music. I listen to country. I listen to jazz. I listen to break beats. I listen to rock and roll. So because our era, we used to sample that music. And it's funny because the recycling of sampling is still going on now today, but they're just sampling from the stuff we sampled from. You know what I'm saying? They're just taking it from us.
Right.
So if you got those records, those sample records, example, Big B, that was a rock and roll song.
Yeah.
Moments in Love, that's Art of Noise. But they made a song, was it LL Cool J? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are samples. So when you can start to go through that and get that under your belt, and then you get now this era, people coming through the door, all I got to do is read the age.
Yeah.
See what I'm dealing with. Okay, and I give a little, what are you guys listening to in the car? Boom, and that's it, and it's self-made, but it's just experience like that, when you can put all those things together, and your library got to be important. Your music is important. You got to have everything. Everything.
Definitely do.
It's major.
So now, because you have a very illustrious career DJing, so are there any like recorded show mixes, whether it's audio or visual as well, out there for people to check out?
Oh, wow. So here's the thing. I started doing stuff, I guess, when social media started. It wasn't really, I really wasn't. I'm from that era where they weren't cameras back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it to you 100. Like, it was literally DMC battles. Like, one of my friends, DJ Supreme, that's like my right-hand man right there, Grand Supreme. You could check him out. He was Lauryn Hill's DJ. Like, we all grew up, we went to the same high school. Like, he won the world, but he went for more the world battle DJs and stuff like that. I was more going towards the party thing, like the Ron G, the Blends and stuff like that. The Blends were big back then. That was our thing. But so I was more of a party DJ. I was more of a, I would do my tricks because of my battle stuff, but I would do it in the parties. So, I kind of went on that angle where it was more, doing more parties, more private parties, more celebrity parties. Like, I was really getting pushed pretty high at a young age, and didn't know where I was. I didn't know where, kind of like what you was talking about, like being places where you're like, okay, I didn't even know I was in the presence of that person.
True.
But I was just loved DJing so much. It really didn't, I just saw them as regular people. It was like, I just love what I'm doing. Those Technique 1200s and vinyls. It was like a kid in the candy store, man. This is crazy, bro. Oh my gosh.
Right. So now, out of curiosity, like, are you self-taught, or did you have like a mentor, or like just?
I want to say self-taught, because it was more of a practice. Like, I would practice, but then I would get with like another DJ or two other DJs. Like, that's one thing about DJing. When you get with another DJ and you guys are together, like, you're just practicing your skill set. It's almost like, it's not like a battle or nothing. It's just you're practicing different skills. And if you're scratching, like, pretty much if you're doing the scratch thing, blending, mixing, that's pretty much just mixing, listening. That's a different vibe of DJing. But when you're scratching and like crab scratching, jabbing, some people do spin backs, instrumentals, acapellas, it's all different levels of DJing. That's why I don't really take nothing away from any DJ, because everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own level of speed. But the main thing that's important is, we don't forget what you're here for. You're here to please the people.
Right.
You know, like it's not really about me. So that's why I got away from the showmanship of like the cameras. Like a lot of my friends, they'll be like, "Yo, you know, I'll get this camera on, show me." You know, a lot of cats don't want the cameras too because a lot of cats are push button DJs. So they don't want to see you. You know, they don't want to. I don't want to pull the push, but you know, a lot of people don't want to show that they're pushing buttons because in our world, you know, we really don't. You know, a lot of us, we want you to move the plate a little bit. You know,
you tired of your DJ all in the video, pushing buttons and stuff. Come over here, Black Canvas, and holler at DJ Rick. Let's go, baby.
Back to the culture, man. Like, yo, it's like certain things, you know, to MCing. You know, there's rules to this thing, isn't it? Yeah, like, it's a little bit of rules to that, you know, so there's a little rules to DJing too. Like, you could be a push button, but then you better know how to do a little bit of ziggy, a little bit of scratching, because I ain't gonna lie, you look at Jazzy Jeff, I mean, you got the Serato, you got this stuff. Like, dude, they didn't carry crates. Like, I had 40 crates of records at my sister's house upstate New York. Vinyl. Like, amps, speakers, without the amps in them. Like that was an era of DJing. You had to love what you did. That's why I be talking about pay the DJ. Yo, when I'm telling you, pay the DJ because, yo, carrying vinyl to put the records in the vinyl, you know, in the crates
they make
for the party. Yeah. See, that's what made me better. Like, I have to make sure I took the right crates of records to the party. Yeah. Whose party am I doing? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me grab these crates. I got to put these records in these crates. There was no computer. There was no Serato. So, you know.
So now let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you're doing the blends,
yeah.
Like, what is it for you that makes the blends easy or less complicated? Because I feel, and I say it because, like, you might have one of Sence the Waves records.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's on, the beat is however it is, if it's like a more up tempo type beat versus a drill, not necessarily a drill beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I say up tempo.
Yeah.
But not necessarily a drill beat because he does a wide array of music, and his beat selection is unique.
Yes.
So when you take the song that he has, the type of beat that it's to, like, what is one of the things that makes it possible for you to find the right, you know what I'm saying, track to blend with?
You know what's crazy? That's the gift and the talent. Like, that's something that's real. I don't try to dig deep into that. That was a talent that and it's funny because people now distinguish it as the battle and beat blend battle. Like, I remember when Ron G and other DJs, shoot, yo, we was doing that on the fly. Like, on the fly, bro. Like, it was like, yo, take the record, pow, throw that on. Something in the way, you know, Stephanie Mills with a Bismarck beat. Like, make the music with your mouth, biz. Like, these are things I'm hearing in my head. On the fly. I just made that up just now off the fly. Like, I'll throw that beat on and something, and that's actually, I think Ron did that. But it's just certain things that you hear. And so I say, okay, being that he probably used that beat, you know, let me flip that. Let me just go get Top Villain instead. Let me just go get Milk. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it goes back to being like in the lunchroom, you know, us doing beats. You hear these things. And then he's so unique that he's flowing on his beats. A lot of artists don't, like, when you got that flow and you riding the beat and you kind of flowing and riding it like that, that's the pull to certain DJs. Because it's like, yo, the beat he got the song is already hot. But it's the hottest thing I can do is if I can get a beat that already is explosive, that everybody loves it just for the beat.
Yeah.
But it's like example, Who Shot You? Right. That's just a prime example. Yeah. Take because you just love that beat and just put it to a voice that's already flowing. Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of blends. You know what I'm saying? And or you can take something off the norm. What I used to do as a kid, I would take a song that was literally something that you would be like, nah, you know, like how you gonna put something with that? Like I think you're gonna laugh at this. This is how I got really pushed out. I didn't have a lot of vinyl because I couldn't afford to get records when I was young. So I ended up having a kid record, Smurfs, reggae Smurf with UTFO. That I'm just going by my memory, and I remember I just blended it. Guy came to my house. I was like, yo, how'd you do that? And it was like, oh my God, and I was like, going crazy. And then it was like, then I just started doing it, like the Suck MC stuff. Like I'm really going old school, like Run DMC stuff, and then just taking beats and flipping them, and just taking. My dad listened to a lot of jazz, so then you got Bob James now. You know, Take Me to the Mardi Gras. That's the original Peter Piper. So, you know, and then just breaking, when you hear these beats and these songs, how we were sampling them, I'm just cutting out, then came the trickery of just scratching. I can only bring back that beat in that area. So that's what made us faster, and then throwing in an acapella. So, you know, the trickery of that and doing that all in one time, you know, that's the, you know, to some people it's like, yo, what the heck is he doing? But, you know, it's a, that's the, you know, I want to say that's the, what's the word I'm looking for? That's pretty much it gets you wanting to come back. That's the you want to come back. You just want to keep doing it. You know, that's the thrill of, yo, I just want to keep doing it. Just want to keep doing it.
So, all right. So before we wrap it up, I want to ask one more question. And you decide to answer how you decide to answer.
Okay, all right, no problem.
You know? So now, done hundreds, thousands, countless amounts of parties and events and whatnot. So now, from when you started versus to where you're at the moment, have you encountered a time where you had an event, you was DJing, the crowd wasn't feeling it? And if so, what would the old you tell the new you if the situation was to ever possibly happen again? What would you tell what would the old you tell the current you? The steps to like shift the momentum to get the people, you know, more into it.
I was always a humble person, so I can adapt pretty much when it comes to music. But this journey is interesting. Father first. So my DJ skills back then were like, I didn't take it serious. I took it serious, but it was like, you know, when you have a talent, you know where it's going to take you. I always knew I could make money off it. So that was ego kind of thing, because a lot of DJs get egos with other DJs. So it's like, yo, I'll do this, I'll do that. Okay, I'll be with this person. So then the changing of the game, when it got to this computer thing, back to what I'm saying, I saw cats eating. Like I watched a guy that was like, watched me coming up in the game. I had a couple of cats that watched and was like, yo, you should be getting back into it. But I'm not touching no computer. I'm not doing it. You got to be out your mind. Who would be DJing from a computer? And that's how I felt. I was like, no, I'm not. That's disrespectful. So then the ego calmed down because I saw this young boy. Like, yo, he's calling me Unc. Yo, Unc, I'm making $1,500 for 4 hours. I said, all right, we're going to talk. So it pretty much changed so then, like I said, everything, I just humbled myself. And then I just kind of like, you know, not everything was being recorded. Not everything was like, things were reel to reel tapes, you know what I'm saying? And studios were like, shit, studios on the computer now. These kids can do songs on the computer. So it's like, all right, I can make this amount of money doing what I love. Now, all it is you know the music. Now it's about reinvention. How are you going to reinvent yourself? Okay, we're going to do it like this. You don't change yourself. You don't change your lane, but you reinvent yourself because you got the talent.
Right.
And you just keep saying this to yourself. I got the talent. Where am I going to fit it? Where am I going to put it? Because I know other guys are doing it. And I see mad other people doing it. But it's like, you know what? Kudos to them. Now I got to make mine now. I'm going to make my lane. I'm going to make people remember, because I made my name before social media. I made my name before there was any of that stuff. Like, people knew who I was. Like, it was like, who's DJ Wolf? Like, who's this cat? Like, this was before all that media stuff was going down. Like, we all knew each other, all of us. So, but everybody has their own community and their own hood and the way they come up.
Right.
Everybody has their own story. Mm-hmm. So, and that's what I think is beautiful. And I just wish that we could all kind of keep it in contact, you know, to make it all be told the right way, you know. But I think that mainly, you know, I really, you know, as I got older, the older me was humble, which I was humble before, but it was more on a battle DJ when I was younger. But as I got older, it's like I'm reliving the music through the memories of what happened. Right. Yeah, like whatever happened back through the clubs and stuff like that. I can bring that whole thing back through mixing the songs that I'm mixing. So if that can make it make sense.
So you saying the younger you from back in the day, would have had an ego about the crowd getting kind of dying out, whereas the older you now kind of understands and knows how to circumvent that situation and bring the vibration, bring the momentum back.
Because back then it wasn't that. I really didn't have that problem. Like it really, that's what I'm trying to fight for my own self. Like I really never really. I'm gonna be honest. The only if I did run into a problem, it was because a speaker probably didn't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe this thing didn't work right. But if them two turntables were working. Nah, man, we always knew how to read, because it was like they knew when we was doing the parties, they knew. It was like, yo, like I ain't gonna lie, the street would be the triple park. Like I can remember being on North Avenue, it would be triple park. We'd be sitting there like, yo, we too young to be doing these parties, but they older cats. But you know, now to that. It's like it's a different era. You got to be able to play with the youngins. You got to know, you know. And if you don't have there, because there's been nights I've been here, youngins to come in, they want to hear that shabuya. They want to hear that, you know. They want to shake it. They want to shake, and it's like, okay, we're gonna make it happen. You're gonna make that, and it's how I make it happen is I put it all together. You know, sometimes they don't want to hear the older stuff, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna put this new stuff in a gumbo soup. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you how a real DJ is supposed to mix this joint and scratch it, not just play it and hit an effect. Like, I'm going to put this song with this, but I might slip a little Mary in with it, because I know everybody still, you know, mingles. So I'm just taking the whole 95, pretty much 95 Maine all the way down to Florida, put it in the soup, man. That's all. And, you know, just making us, we deserve that, man. We really do, man. As a culture, we deserve that. Or
DJ Wolf, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, sir.
Like he said, very refreshing.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Presence. And, you know, y'all make sure y'all check out DJ Wolf. You know, see what he's got going on. If you want a good DJ, you know, go to his Instagram and everything. The vocals, also go to Black Canvas. And, since the way I appreciate you as always. So, you know what I'm saying, for putting me in the room with some great people, you know what I'm saying, and come to a great, you know what I'm saying, business as well as additional element to the culture, you know what I'm saying, at the Paint the studio. And so we're going to go ahead and wrap this on up. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This is your boy Shug Diddy, quadruple OG of the city. This is Brian Infotainment, and we out of here.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
That was it.